Hey guys, it's Andrew, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, then you probably know that every now and then I do what is called a favorites video, which is basically when I just show you guys some things that I have that you don't, and I talk about them. I don't know if you guys like these videos. I don't even know if I like making these videos, but it's what we're doing, so let's start. The first thing that I've recently enjoyed having in my life is this candle. I got it for Christmas, but as you can see, I've only burned it once, but it still smells very nice. And it is called mistletoe, so that's cool. And it's, well, it smells, actually, hold on, I think you're supposed to smell the lid, I don't know why. It sort of smells like, say, you're on a camping trip with some friends, and then you get up in the middle of the night because you're sleepwalking. I hate when that happens. And then you suddenly bump into a tree and it wakes you up, and you're like, whoa, where am I? And then you look around and you see you're in a forest with a bunch of trees. That's what this smells like. The next thing that I really like recently is this album. It is from M.O. with a line through it. I don't know how to say her name. I've just been saying Mo. I don't know if that's correct. But it's called Mythology Spell, and it's really, really good. Wow, that's what the inside looks like. The music type... Oh, I don't... Well, okay, so it's sort of like, say, you're on a camping trip with a bunch of friends, and it's late at night while everyone is sleeping. You get out of your tent because you're sleepwalking. It's so annoying. But yeah, so you're sleepwalking, and then you bump into a tree, and it wakes you up, and you're like, whoa, where am I? And then you see a Ferris wheel off in the distance, so you start walking towards it, because that's weird. It's just, you're in the middle of the forest. But yeah, so then you get closer and closer, and then you're like, wait, I'm at Coachella, how did that happen? And there's so much good music around me. That's what this sounds like. The next thing that I recently got that I really enjoy having are these Converse. I've had many pairs in the past, but they just either don't fit or they got too dirty. But yeah, so I got these and I really like them a lot. I wear them on the occasion that I feel like wearing them. And yeah, unfortunately they got really dirty really, really fast, so that's really annoying. It's almost as if I was like on a camping trip with some friends and I started sleepwalking at night and I bumped into a tree and I was like, God, where am I? And then I looked down and I was like, oh, I'm in a forest. Oh, my shoes are so dirty. The next thing that I like having in my life is this shirt. I think I wore it in a video, and I like it, I think. I might hate it. I haven't really decided. But basically it's just a bunch of butterflies that form a skull. That's cool, maybe. I just like the colors, and okay, it's sort of like, say, you were on a camping trip with some friends, and late at night while everyone else was sleeping, you started sleepwalking. And say you were walking for a while, but then you bumped into a tree and it woke you up and you were like, ow, that hurts so bad. And then you were just somehow transformed into a cartoon character and butterflies started flying around your head. That's what happens, right? I think. Butterflies. The next thing that I recently have really enjoyed is this bar. You can see whatever that is. It's the oatmeal chocolate chip flavor and it is so good. I like it a lot. It's sort of like, say, you were on a camping trip with a bunch of friends and you started sleepwalking at night. Gosh, that sucks for you. And then you bump into a tree and it wakes you up and you're like, oh God, where am I? And then you realize that you're 20 miles away from your friends and that sucks. So you go back to sleep, but then you wake up the next morning and you're like, I guess I should go on that 20-mile hike now, and about half a mile in you're like, wow, I'm so hungry. I wish I had a convenient snack bar in my pocket. Oh wait, I do. That's what this is like. The next thing that I recently enjoyed are lemons. Wow, look at that. Last weekend, I think it was, I went to Whole Foods and I bought 10 lemons. I don't know why. I did not need them, but I bought them, and I really like them. Lemons are very useful for a lot of things, so I've been consuming them in various ways, but It's, yeah, I mean, you know, it's sort of like say you were on a camping trip with a bunch of friends and late at night you started sleepwalking, God, that's so unfortunate, and you bump into a tree and you're like, oh gosh, I'm awake now, and you bumped into the tree so hard that the tree is shaking a lot and some fruit falls and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know fruit was on this tree, but it is, surprise, and it was a lemon. That's what these are like. The next thing that I've recently enjoyed having in my life is oats. Look at that. They're very underestimated of how good they can be at times. I've recently been really obsessed with making homemade granola bars recently. I don't know why, but yeah, oats, granola. Oats are basically just the prepubescent granola. And also sometimes in the morning when I don't feel like making a breakfast, I will just put some raw oats in a bowl with some banana and I eat that with a spoon, and that's good apparently. These oats in particular, I like them a lot. It's sort of like, say you're on a camping trip with a lot of friends, not alone of course, because that wouldn't be bad, you can't camp alone, but yeah, say at night when everyone else is sleeping, you start sleepwalking, sucks, and then you bump your head into a tree and you wake up and you're like, whoa, where am I? And then you hear someone in the distance, so you walk towards that noise and then you end up at an old woman's little cottage in the middle of the woods and you're like, okay, that's cool, I guess I'll go knock on her door, and then you knock on her door and she's like, wait one sec, I'm making oatmeal because I'm a grandmother. That's what grandmothers do, right? That's what this is like. Well guys, those are all the things that I like this season, month, time span that I have subconsciously chosen. I don't know how long it's been since I made one of these, but yes, I like these things, so I hope you took something away from this video. Perhaps you will want to try any of these things or buy any of them. I don't know. But yes guys, that is all for this week's video. I will see you guys next week, hopefully with something that's actually funny and entertaining and isn't that boring. But yeah, until then, bye. And then you bump into a tree and you're like, whoa, where am I? And then you look kind of further and you see a big ring in the horizon, so you walk a little bit closer and then you're like, oh wait, that's just a what is it called? A big ring. Alright, that works. Ferris wheel? Is that what it's called?